today. My name's Danielle.
I'm Steve. We're here at Passion having a great time.
And here's what's happening at Unity.
Woo!
Hey ladies, this announcement is just for you. Coming up in a month on February 11th is the Aspire 2017 tour. Now, we've been talking about this and how there's 3 amazing women teachers and worship leaders coming, but what we didn't tell you is that this is actually a nationwide event, and they're choosing to come right here to Unity Church. You can buy tickets in the lobby for $20. This is going to be an amazing experience just for women, so you're gonna wanna invite your friends and your family and anyone you can think of to this amazing event, but make sure to get your tickets soon because we might sell out.
Hey everyone, for the month of January, Kids Zone is sponsoring a family night. Preschool kids are going to get the Family Challenge card. Elementary kids get the Wheel of Knowledge card. So make sure that you get your card either at the parent check-in room or at the Welcome Center. Now, grandparents, aunt and uncles, this is also for you. Invite the family over to your house. Get some pizza, get some pop, and have a good time playing together. And make sure you take pictures and post on social media. The bulletin has more details. Thanks a lot and have fun.
Sometimes being in college is really hard because like you're surrounded by people who don't believe in Christ and like they don't believe and they don't follow like a Christian lifestyle, so sometimes it gets really hard and you feel like you're alone in it. And I thought it was really cool to see like all the people. There was like 55,000 college students who believe in Christ and they had their hands lifted and like they were worshiping him, and like it was just really cool to see that like we aren't alone and there are other people out there who believe in Christ and like want to follow him. And I don't know, I think it was really life-changing.
Okay, so at Passion we had to get into these community groups, which are just like small groups of like very like they just paired you up with random people from Passion. But during our last session we went around our group and we were saying, we're supposed to say like one word of how God views us like as his people, as his children. And one of the boys in our group, he was pretty quiet, but he said something that I really liked. He said that, like in regards to God, towards his people, he said that God sees me better than I see myself. And I just thought that was really good because I've always seen myself, and I'm sure other people do, as like a sinner, but God doesn't really see us that way because of the cross. He sees us as his children and even as saints. So that was my favorite part, hearing him say that.
So the worship was really amazing. Even though Unity has a great praise team, this was just so different, and you really didn't realize that there was so many ways that worship can be interpreted, and all the bands were different and they were all amazing in their own way.
My favorite part of Passion was just seeing over 50,000 students singing with every ounce of energy they had, praising God, and just seeing all those people coming together and really showing their passion, their excitement for Jesus.
My favorite part of Passion was that after each of the sessions, we got to go to a more individual-based session where groups of us got together, groups of 8, got together and in the same room, but also with our small group of people that we all exchanged numbers with and we all communicated with, and afterwards we still communicate with each other. And I think the idea of being in a place that's so big and also being able to form individual relationships is one of the things that made the trip really special.
Okay, so my favorite part of Passion was at the end of like every worship song, practically, like the music would stop and people would stop singing into their microphones, but there would still be like 55,000 students like raising their hands up to God and just singing like, how great is your love. And it was just so amazing to see like 55,000 people, and it just sounded so beautiful, and I was just thinking like, God is looking down at this right now, and just he's just so happy, and it was really amazing.
My favorite part of Passion was the community we grew between each other. This small group of college students, we bonded. Some of us barely knew each other a few days ago, and now we're laughing to tears and crying and doing stupid things together. And I just the bond and the fellowship that we shared is like the greatest thing ever.
So going back to Passion after 5 years, being a student for 2 of those years and now coming back as a leader was definitely a very eye-opening experience, because one of the main things that they talked about was hope, and hope in this generation of millennials that you usually only hear terrible things about. But here we are with 55,000 of them, all flying, driving, coming across the world from 90 different countries. To be here and kind of prove people wrong was a great thing to see. And I think as a church that, we can't give up on these students. We need to push more to get them passionate about God and their faith in Jesus around their campuses. So from all of us, I just wanted to thank everybody for their support, for just helping us to get to Atlanta and just have this amazing trip with all the students.